What's up, everybody? Look, I'm alive. I've been kind of off the scene these past couple of weeks. I had let's see, man, I can't remember the last video I put up. I think I was just about to go out of town. A couple of weeks ago, I went out to Snowmass, Colorado, Aspen, with my dad and some of his friends and people that kind of became my friends and stuff. And we just had an awesome time, just a killer trip. We were out there for a week and ate like kings, drank like sailors, and just skied our butts off and had a great time. So I've been kind of catching up with work and my little side business stuff, kind of getting everything kind of under control again. It's funny, you leave for a week and everything is just like piled up when you get back. But yeah, I was just watching part of the basketball game, Louisville Duke. I don't usually really follow the tournament all that much. Every now and then I'll jump in on a bracket and then I'll follow it a little more, but I found that even when I do that, half the time I just don't even care. I actually enjoy watching a basketball game from time to time, but you know, making sure I catch every single game in the tournament and stuff is not my thing. But I was just now watching the Louisville Duke game, and I guess I turned it on just after I think the guy's name is Robert Ware, like snapped his leg. Apparently it was really like awful and gruesome. I'm glad I missed it. I'm not one of those that likes to see that kind of stuff. I usually just get grossed out, and you know, I've had a couple of reasonably gnarly injuries myself in my day, and I just don't like to see other people going through them. Apparently his shin bone was sticking out of his skin, so you can imagine what that would feel like. Maybe actually it's probably hard to even imagine what that would feel like. It probably feels really terrible though. Jeez, I mean, just getting hit on the shin hurts like a motherfucker, and now you talk about breaking it, like wow. And then to top it all off, you've got jagged bone slicing through your skin. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I was flipping through Craigslist earlier. I'm kind of in the market. I'm not in the market, but I'm kind of just keeping my eyes open for like I really think I want to get like a dual sport, something like a KLR 250 or a DRZ or something. I mean, I'd really like to get a Yamaha WR 250X, but I'm thinking that what I want to do is kind of dip my toe in the water of that whole world first and just get, you know, I'm trying to kind of wait until I come across a little 250 for $1,500 or something. What up, player? I like coming out here when the weather's nice. Yeah. Look at that. Respect it. Alright, I got another rant for you guys, actually, now that I think about it. And I know I always say I don't want to get too political and stuff on this channel. And that probably will just eventually just go away completely. But this past week has one of the top things going on has been the whole gay marriage thing is in the Supreme Court. And as usual, all of the Bible-thumping religious nuts are crawling out of the woodwork to voice their opposition to, you know, giving every American equal rights. And it blows me away. Really, I don't even know why it makes me so mental when they do that. They all of a sudden, you know, they're quoting all these Bible verses and other ridiculous nonsense to, you know, state where they stand on the whole thing or whatever. And look, people are free to you know, believe whatever they want to believe and support whatever they want to support and oppose whatever they want to oppose and all that. I get that. But when at the core of all of that, what they're essentially saying is that they support using the laws of this country to enforce their personal spiritual beliefs. And an issue that has no bearing or no effect on their life whatsoever. None. You know, whether it's legal or illegal for gays to get married is not going to change the life of a single straight Christian person, you know? But still, they insist on, like, just like really getting out there and being like, no, God, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, and just all that stupid shit, and it makes me absolutely crazy. And I've almost been like going out of my way to piss off as many of them as I possibly can. My whole family is religious. I'm not. I grew up in Christian schools, church every weekend, and the whole thing. And I went to Christian school until I graduated high school. And all along, it never made sense to me. I was always like, this is ridiculous. But you know, I mean, it has its place. As far as you could do a lot worse than to follow the teachings, most of the teachings of the Bible, or really just about any religion. You know, most of it essentially says, be good to other people, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and love everyone and all that. And, you know, so if you just follow that and live by that, there's, you know, not bad. You could do a whole lot worse than that. But when you start trying to enforce, oh, it's a beautiful sunset ruined by some big ass ugly smokestacks at the power plant. You know, when you start to say we want to enforce our religious views onto others based on just for the hell of it, you know, in my opinion, that's crossing the line. And that lumps us into the same category as the maniacs over in the Middle East who dump acid on their daughters if some random guy walking down the street looks at her funny, you know? If somebody honor killings and shit, if that stuff is gonna be okay because it's in their religion and part of their law, you know, then we're really not any different than by using our religion as the basis of laws here, you know. People have the right to do what they want to do. Even within the Bible, it says everyone has free will, you know. You're allowed, people are, you know, sort of, quote, allowed or expected to sin and to, you know, to go against the laws of God or whatever. But still, for whatever reason, you get a big chunk of the religious right that wants to outlaw that or something, you know. I don't know if they think that outlawing gay marriage will make all those gay people just give up and turn straight or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Other thing that makes me crazy is anytime it comes up, you know, they'll either ask me, are you gay? Or, oh, you must have some gay friends and stuff. I'm not gay. I really, these days, I only have a couple of acquaintances that are gay. I had a couple of friends I had one good friend in college, had a couple of friends after college that were gay or whatever. This isn't about standing up for my friends or my pals or whatever. It's about, like, you know, in my opinion, doing the right thing for everyone, you know. Let people live how they want to live. Let them love who they want to love. And, you know, if you think that that's going to land them in the lake of fire with little devils poking them with pitchforks, then, you know what, that's something they'll have to deal with if that turns out to be the case. It's kind of funny if you think about it. A group whose principal teacher, you know, Jesus, his whole thing was loving everyone and accepting everyone and going out of his way to hang out with the people that everybody else kind of outcast. And now fast forward to now, and the Christians are like, no way, Jose, no gays, Jose. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So there you go, rant off. Oh yeah, so The Walking Dead Season 3 finale is tonight, which is a bummer because I love that show. But next Sunday night is the premiere of season 5 or season 6 of Mad Men. I think it's season 5. I don't know. But I love that show too. That was one that it was a slow starter, man. It took a while to get into it, but I dig it now. Really interesting. I find it really interesting to see what it was like, you know, back then, back in the like 60s in Manhattan, kind of that whole thing. It's hilarious because, you know, they're all day up in these offices there, and this is, you know, I'm sure a lot of it is sort of fictionalized and sort of overdone a little bit to make the point, but still, you know, it was kind of this way back then. It was, first of all, like, the dudes are so over the top sexist and stuff. It's just crazy the way, you know, the shit that they do on a day-to-day basis would land people in court these days for sexual harassment and stuff. They all smoke. Every single person, it seems like, smokes indoors all day, and they all drink at work, which I guess some people probably still do now, but I think that's pretty awesome. And I think someday I'll start doing that in my office and just have like a bar cart set up and drink martinis and whiskey all day. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens on the end of The Walking Dead tonight. Not the end of it, but the end of this season. Last week was pretty crazy. You knew something kind of big was going to happen, and I didn't really see that one coming, so that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna, just in case anybody happens to be a whole week behind, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Those of you that saw it, know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the thing with Glenn and Maggie. That was dumb. Bad idea, Glenn. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. It's just a gorgeous night, and feels good to be out riding around. I think it's about time to stop and put in my clear shield. This lady's staring at the camera. What the hell is on his head, honey? I don't know.